Hello, my beautiful Cancers, and welcome to your September forecast. You might see my dog napping back there or snoring as well, so apologies for that. But this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, guys. So please be sure to check all three just to have a complete understanding of the energy forecast and the influences that might be affecting you this month. Now, this is your first time watching my channel. Thank you so much. If this serves you, resonates with you in some way, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really do appreciate it, and it really does help. All right, my incredible Cancers, let's get started and let's see what this month holds for you. Per usual, I just like to do this. Everybody just take a moment, take a deep breath in and ground out, even if it's the only time you do so today. And let's see what this month has in store for you, Cancers. Let's get started. Ooh. Whoop. All right, Cancers, let's get started. We have the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Divine Guidance card, the Nine of Coins, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Lovers, the Chariot, the Moon, Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Epiphany card. All right, Cancers, let's get started. Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups, Divine Guidance card. A huge theme of this month for you is going to be your relationships, Cancer. And even if though you're a single Cancer out there, it's still the topic of your emotional relationships or how you view them or your beliefs regarding relationships. So starting out the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Cancers, you might notice this month that you're really trying and staying determined and moving past some kind of blocks in regards to your romantic relationships. Now, if you are, like for those Cancers who are single, it's even, you can still work through any kind of sabotaging beliefs or trauma that you've been through. Whenever you have the Nine of Wands, this is something that you've already been doing, Cancer. You're pretty aware of where your blocks are or any kind of toxic or unhealthy belief systems. Examples of this can be I'm not good enough, or fear of abandonment, or fear of rejection, or trust issues. We all have something. You're not alone. So you're being very proactive this month, Cancer, and really working through some of those things. For those Cancers who are in healthy relationships, you're going to notice that your partners are very supportive of this, very loving of this, very patient and compassionate with this, and even providing a more loving or even romantic environment in which you can heal and acknowledges pain. You have it with the Divine Guidance card. Whenever you have that, a lot of you Cancers out there are probably utilizing external support systems. This can be therapy, counseling, hypnotherapy, shamanism, healers. You really are working. For those too, this could even be, you could be reading up on this, watching videos, tutorials, or taking classes. Maybe you're taking classes on cognitive behavioral therapy. You're doing stuff in order to help yourself use alternative approaches to your relationships that work for you, that support and heal you, but also help you see and do things in a manner that are healthier for yourself and the relationship as a whole. You have it with the Queen of Wands here, my favorite of all the queens. You're very, Cancer, you're increasing your sense of self-worth. You're working on your confidence. You're working on your ability to communicate in ways that show who you are, your authenticity. And I love that, Cancer. You're speaking more. You're having healthier boundaries. You really are being a little bit more independent in this arena, and you're actually being more proactive when saying, this is what I need. This is what I want. These are, my ethics, my morals. These are my, what I accept, what I don't accept. These are my negotiables and my non-negotiables. You're not even doing this in a very harsh way. You're doing this in a confident way. Like, I know who I am, and I know my worth, and I know what I offer. And I refuse to invest time in people that do not reciprocate that. I refuse to be in environments that don't feed my soul and that only take. And you're doing this in a very RESPECT way. And I love it, Cancers. Now you have it with the Seven of Swords and the Lovers. This is about you going back to the drawing board. It's the same thing. So you have that external help. It's helping you see things in new ways and considering new approaches. But now you yourself are saying, you know what? Let me go back. Let me review my own needs, my own wants. Are those am I even correct on those? Sometimes we don't even know the difference between those. And you are really doing the work and taking in the objective advice to really say, okay, I thought that that's what I wanted, but actually it's not what I need. I really need someone who's a good communicator or very emotionally available. And you're saying, how can I approach myself as well as my relationships in a way that nurture this or attract this, sustain this, or improve this? And you have it with the levers here. For a lot of those cancers who are in relationships, you're going to notice this month your relationships take off. And if you are a single cancer, you very, very likely to attract a soulmate relationship. Thank goodness. And there's nothing wrong. We have to attract those karmic relationships in order to grow and to be triggered in order to recognize some of these blocks. But this shows that you're already in that phase of really transmuting this and healing and trying different approaches and creating a different dynamic, Cancer. I love this. So your relationships are not just going to bloom and blossom, they're going to move forward. So, if you're single, relationship growth, understanding new levels of intimacy, because you're taking the time to say, you know what, I'm going to pause and I'm going to try a different approach. Maybe I'm very, maybe I catastrophize things all the time. And this time I'm going to just say, you know what, is there proof of this? No, this is fear. And I'm going to do my best to give myself what I need to shift myself into the moon. And this is about facing your fears. The moon is about all those hidden things that scare us in our subconscious, facing secrets that we're holding and bringing them to the light and giving ourselves an opportunity to improve our plans and improve our approaches. You're very brave with this sense of, you have a big heart this month, Cancer, especially for yourself. And I'm so in love with my life, with who I am, that I'm going to shine bright and I'm going to shine in all these dark corners that really have been holding me back. You have it with the Three of Swords. You're going to be, as a result of this, you're going to be healing some very deep old wounds, old grief, things that have probably been, holding you back to some degree. The Three of Swords is releasing your past. It's really harsh or really painful things. And so don't underestimate that. So it'll be like, oh, it was so long ago, or it wasn't that big a deal. Yes, it was, honey. And it doesn't matter how long ago it was. It still affects you and it still deserves your compassion, your love, and your patience to really release it with grace. Now you have it with the Four of Cups and the Epiphany card, because you're going to recognize this old pain was very sabotaging. It was keeping you in this emotional discontent. Whenever you have the Four of Cups, it's this energy that keeps you from seeing the possibilities and the blessings, and it keeps you kind of stuck, like, oh, I'll do that when this happens, oh, next time. No, and you're like, no, I want to live my life freaking now, and I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to live with all the gusto and spirit that I have, because if not now, then when? And then you end with the Epiphany card. The Epiphany card is the card of the spiritual teacher, and this is who you are. This is the card of wisdom, of turning experience into knowledge and embodying it, and by embodying it, turning knowledge into wisdom. And when you have that, you can be a light to other people, Cancer. You can help and support other people. You can give advice and honesty and direction to those who will be struggling or working through the same things that you're just accomplishing, that you just worked through. So now you're giving them your medicine, you're giving them your wisdom, and being a light to them when they have to walk in their own dark path and find their own way. So understand, though, as you're doing this, not only are you bringing happiness to yourself and to your relationships, but you're also bringing love and support to those who might need it in the future. I hope this serves you, Cancer. If you liked it, please subscribe, comment down below, guys. Have a beautiful month, and I will see you next month for next month's readings. Take care.